Hey, it's Grace and Gemma for the Pendulum today.
We'll explain that later.
So we got some, actually we don't have some, we have one good book this week that we both read. We're going to talk about because it was pretty friggin' awesome. Really, I think it was the only new title that was
Magneto.
worth mentioning. It looks alright.
Yeah.
Looks alright. But this is the...
I don't like bold, sleeveless Magneto, but
This is
whatever.
the book people will probably be talking about, though. It's Moon Knight #1. Warren Ellis, Stephen Shalvey, and Jordi Belair. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
I love Moon Knight. I think I love Moon Knight more as a character concept than probably a lot of the stories that I've read him in, because they seem to be all over the map. I mean, Bendis and Malev's Moon Knight book had a lot of potential going in, but it kind of petered out. I think it was...
Yeah.
It tied into where Bendis, or where the Age of Ultron thing was going, so I think that's kind of why it maybe fell flat since that was so delayed.
Yeah.
If it had been on time, the story might have flowed a bit better. But, yeah, Moon Knight as a concept is cool. I mean, always kind of levied the criticism against him that he's Marvel's Batman.
But you know what? I like him better than Batman. I always have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. Bold statement.
I like him better.
I love his costume. I love the concept of him just wearing white so people see him coming.
Yeah, I love that too.
I love the weapons, like the moon-shaped discs and everything. And the Mark Spector character has got some, I mean, the continuity issues with the character alone have been kind of built into his backstory and made part of his character, which is interesting.
Yeah.
The fact that he has multiple personality disorders, or at least, going from this issue, maybe he doesn't now. But the whole concept of him being the aspect of an Egyptian venge god is just cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. That's always been part of his character too, right? So.
And I mean, he is basically your Batman archetype character. Rich guy, a lot of money to burn, ends up being a vigilante. This version of Mark Spector that we get at the beginning, dressed in an all-white business suit.
Mr. Knight.
Mr. Knight, three-piece suit, working with the cops solving a slasher murder. I don't know if this is the only Mr. Knight we're going to get, because like the preview for the next issue has him back in a full-fledged superhero costume.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we're going to get this on-the-ground detective version.
Hard to say. He might, though, when he's associating with that.
Yeah, I think
fellow.
I think that's cool. I mean, as much as I like the superhero version of Moon Knight, quote unquote, in the costume, I think I'm more interested in seeing this CSI type version of him working with the cops. I knew that we were going to get the Moon Knight in the costume and everything, the cool little redesign here. I'm not sure if Alice had anything to do with the redesign. But, it's fine looking costume.
I like the self-driving limo. He rides around in a self-driving limo.
Which is cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Friggin' hobos with a cat on a spick, like...
What else are you gonna eat? Rats?
It's a cat! On a spig over a fireplace! On a burning drum! It's a bit much.
Far beneath the streets of New York. So, who's gonna see?
True. We did.
Yes, we did.
We did. But I've never seen any art by this guy before, so I was kind of... I liked it.
I saw him recently in the new Conan title by Brian Wood.
Yeah.
He's been in that.
I don't know if it's the way how they inked it, or just the fact that of an all-white suit for the character, but he just pops off of every scene that he's in.
I think it's the inking as well, because if you look, heavier there, and he's very sparse.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. I'm hoping this tone of the art carries on for when he's in his Moon Knight hero costume.
I probably will.
Because it's a joy to look at. Like,
yeah, everything on it pops. Everything.
Yeah, it's great. The I believe like the one-off bad guy, I think was just the intro villain. I don't think probably gonna have this guy back. But with this being an intro issue, they cover over his time in LA a little bit, and we get a little bit, maybe a little revisionist history of his origin.
I do like the title page. Just the little intro.
Yeah. He went completely insane and disappeared.
Yeah.
So yeah, got a little bit of cat time about his time in LA. his Cap, Wolverine, Spidey personalities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just thoroughly entertaining.
I like that they tied in the previous series even lightly, so that was cool too.
Like, so it's not just a throwaway.
Yeah, so Ellis did his homework a bit.
Even like the previous versions of Moon Knight, like the, the Jake Lockley version, the Stephen Grant version.
Yes, I liked his multiple personalities. Or whatever
versions,
they are now.
aspects, So. Yeah, it's a great book. I mean, this is going in my bag. I love Warren Ellis. I've been a fan of his books that he's written.
Me
Crooked
too.
Little Vein. Crooked Little Vein is one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
I'm still reading through Gun Machine right now.
Oh my god, it's been like 2 years. Well, no, maybe a year.
I know. I come and go to books here and there. Like, I switch back and forth. So, I love Warren Ellis' writing. I was so happy to see him coming on to Moon Knight.
Well, yeah, and this is his first comic coming back to comics, so...
Yeah, he's done for a while.
I like
what was his
that.
last one that he did?
It's been a while, I don't know, even. Could have been Gravel, maybe, his Avatar stuff, his Avatar titles.
What was his last Marvel stuff that he did?
Couldn't even say.
Yeah.
I don't even
Been a
remember
while.
anymore.
Been a while.
It has been a long time, so...
Yeah, definitely 5 out of 5 for this book for me.
Yep,
I was
me too.
arbitrary rating scales and all. Loved it. It's definitely going on my bag. I highly recommend everyone check it out. If you like Moon Knight, pick it up. If you like interesting art in a comic, pick it up. If you love Warren Ellis, pick it up. So you have no reason not to.
I'm a little biased too because I've always loved Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I've got him on my queued up to read right now on my tablet. So
cool.
And I own a ton of back issues.
Yeah.
So
He's just a cool character.
I just love him to death. So yeah, I give it a 5 out of 5 too. It's easily probably going to be the best book this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out. Check it out. That's the only new book we're doing too.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
No trades this week.
No trades this week. I've been slacking on the reading a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been doing other things. So, anyways, so we have a brow razor.
We do.
This week.
It's kind of a cool, we've seen shots like this before, but it's still awesome when it happens. Earth getting destroyed or screwed up in some way. But Uncanny Avengers 17, I
Oh, I haven't read it yet. I don't know. I'm just... Oh, I don't care. Go ahead.
The Celestial Executioner, Kitty prides himself inside the Earth and then just blows it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They just couldn't stop it. They even had, Dr. Doom helping them with this shield generator.
Yeah, I remember that.
Didn't help. Didn't help at all. So, Thor ends up whipping up a portal to Asgard space, and Odin's like, meh, their fault. Too bad. Move on. So, yeah, just the shot of, the execution there from the Celestials just shattering Earth to pieces. Now, we know things are going to get timey-wimeyed and put back, but it's still a cool shot. So that was it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I love the Celestials. Any Jack Kirby big idea out of space stuff, I'm all for.
As a whole, though, I've just been finding that particular title a little boring.
It's taken a while to get going.
Just a little boring.
I think it'll read better in trade format.
I think so, too. I think that's the problem. It's just... It's
Remender's,
going on so long, but if you read it all in one shot...
It was the same with Remender's back end of his X-Force run.
Yeah. That went on for a little while.
With Archangel, it took a while.
Yeah.
But once you go back and reread it, it works so much better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, so, I don't know. We'll see. So, now comes our new PPP, the Pendulum's Preview Picks. Yeah!
It's always back.
Well, once a month. Once a month we haul this baby out. Last month I had a bunch. This month, not too many. There wasn't... I mean, there's lots of good stuff, just not everything that really eye-catching or whatever.
Top picks.
So for Marvel, we've got Fury Max, my War Gone By hardcover. It's the Garth Ennis series for their Max imprint, so it's like old Fury, uncensored Fury, the best Nick Fury.
Yeah.
So can't beat that. You should grab that if you can. Max titles have a strict print run, basically made to order, so if you don't get one, you're not getting one. So grab one if you can. It's a great book, and I'm going to try anyways. From IDW, there was a new art book called Flesh and Steel, The Art of Russ Heath. I love Russ Heath's work from 50s and 60s and even the 40s a little bit. Great stuff.
I don't get any bells. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of Western stuff, and Army stuff, and various
That'd
stuff.
be why.
Yeah, he's just a really great all-around artist.
I would have to look at some of his pictures.
Trees, new book by Image by Warren Ellis, and Jason Howard. It's a new science fiction book. It looks pretty good. Image has been on a pretty good roll lately with all their books coming out. Yeah. So, really looking forward to that one. Pretty much, if I could just, one of my picks would just be everything Image. Basically, they've been doing so well.
The flagship book.
Yeah. Boom has been coming out with some cool stuff too lately, and one of the coolest things I think they're coming back with is Clive Barker's Nightbreed. Yeah,
that could be cool.
I like Nightbreed, so I'm probably going to be reading that for sure.
Yeah,
they've got the new, what do you call it? Uncut, uncensored, lost found footage, whatever version of Nightbreed coming out on a Blu-ray and possibly DVD as well.
Ooh.
It's going to be like, I don't know, 3 hours or 4 hours or however long it's going to be. It's just a gigantic movie. Yeah, because the first one was heavily cut down by the studio. And some of the footage is still lost, but they've pieced together as much as they can, and they're going to be releasing it. So not only are we going to have a new Nightbreed comic, but hopefully this year that release will also make it into stores, and we'll
never heard about
get
that.
The new,
I'm in.
Pretty much new Nightbreed movie. So that should be cool.
Awesome.
And the last one, because like I said, I didn't have too many, is Rye #1 from Valiant. And it looks pretty awesome. It's another one of their classic characters, finally getting his own title back. Probably the last big character in their stable to get a title. So it looks great. It's got artwork, I believe, by Clayton Crane, who paints digitally.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic. So, I don't know. It'll probably be just as good a book as every other book they put out. So,
yeah, I like the fact that we've got some of the smaller publishers now really stepping up their game to give people more options and variety. Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, if you want your capes and tights, you've got your big two. But if you want other options, like some bigger idea sci-fi things, you've got your other options. You've got zombie and horror comics from Image. You got a bunch of other options from other publishers, and I like that. I like how we're kind of stabilizing. It's not
me too.
Marvel, DC, and then everyone else. No one's doing.
Well, yeah, and a lot of them are giving them a run for their money.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to beat them because they have Marvel has Disney and Warner has DC, right? So they have the dollars backing them.
But they're getting the writers to come over and do the work.
Oh, exactly.
Which is the key. I mean, you can throw all the money you want if you can't get any writers to do anything.
Exactly.
So I'm liking the, again, I think I said on the show before, the tailing off of exclusivity contracts.
Yeah. You don't hear too much about.
Yeah, I think that was responsible for a lot of the issues the industry had earlier on in this century. So everyone's just trying to lock up artists for like multi-year deals, and you know, you're going to have conflicts if you're in that type of situation, especially when creative aspects of people are into account and editorial gets involved, and you're going to have burned bridges. Exactly. If you have people come and go, you know, spend their time on their book, put in their work, it's just better for everyone. It keeps it fresh.
For sure.
It keeps people motivated.
And that's what's happened now too. Everyone's kind of leaving Marvel and DC to do their own books, and their own books are actually turning out to be far better.
Which is then better, because then when Marvel does come knocking or DC comes knocking, they might, you know, have a few more zeros on their paycheck, and
or they'll be
give them a bit more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we'll let you do this if you'd like to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll let you probably do 90% of what you want instead of the 50 before.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So that's kind of cool.
So it's good. It's only better for the industry.
Yeah. So, video game news.
Oh, it's finally out. South Park. Stick of Truth. Everyone must buy and play, download, give one to your friends. I don't care. Go buy this game. I'm going to be downloading it today on my 360. I've been looking forward to this game for such a long time. Everyone that I've read about has played the thing says it's hilarious and a funny time playing a video game.
Talked about it at work yesterday.
Yeah.
And one guy bought it, said it's amazing.
Yeah. I've read a few things, some technical glitches they've had in the game, some frame rate issues, but you know, guys on Kotaku posted a video, and it's like, oh, check out the frame rate glitches here at 4 seconds and 11 seconds. I'm watching.
Who cares?
I'm watching. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't see what. But
it's minor.
Yeah, it looks like such a fun game. The whole concept of the game looks great.
It's only 36 hours of gameplay in total.
Oh dang!
I know, which is better than the 0 you've had previously.
Yeah, and it just looks fun. I mean, the last time I had a really fun experience, like funny, humorous funny, was like playing Portal and Portal 2. So I'm looking forward to this being just a fun, over-the-top, edgy game. Like Matt and Trey, they're funny guys, so I can't imagine this not being just a great time.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've been playing a bit of GTA 5 as well the last couple of days with the new business pack just popped up yesterday. So new outfits and that. And I had a game of golf last night with a guy who was just playing 9 holes of golf. I was up till like 2 a.m. playing golf.
You can do that?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Let's go for a round of golf. Me and the guy were dressed pretty similar. We had both white suits on. I had a black shirt and purple tie. I looked pretty awesome.
Can you still attack people with the golf club?
Oh, yeah. You can golf club, bottles, anything you want in the game.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, we drove around, had a little bit of street racing action around the city. And then he's like, golf? I'm like, sure. So we went over the golf course and just played around 9 holes of golf. That was fun. I saw a video of this guy on GTA doing some stunts on a motorcycle. Pulled off an amazing stunt, did a backflip over the highway, and landed on a plane.
Interesting.
Pretty awesome.
Interesting.
But, aside from Nintendo once again giving out some bad news, which I think we'll talk about a little later, maybe next week. Best news video game style of the week. We had the 3rd installment of the Batman Arkham franchise.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I'm
that.
forgetting about Origin, by the way.
Saw that.
Because that was barely a video game.
Good thing I think about that is Kevin Conroy coming back.
Yes. Thank
That's the
God.
good thing.
They didn't use his voice in the trailer, though, which is a little disappointing. But then they come ahead and said, hey, he's in the game in the article. So why not have a little bit of voiceover from him?
Yeah.
But anyway. From the pre-rendered non-gameplay movie that we saw to announce the thing. Looks awesome. I mean, it's same style. Rocksteady's doing it, so gonna be great. The Game Informer article had listed off gonna have like 3 to 4 times the amount of guys in the city, and some of the battles that you have 50 guys on screen. So that's kind of awesome. And it's only on the current gen system, so PS4, Xbox One. Hear that?
Current
gen!
What's that?
Stop calling it goddamn next gen! I'm sick of this shit!
Whoa, language.
Yeah,
language barrier.
People, they need to watch this show and realize how angry people get. People being me. So,
you're the only one.
I'm the only one, probably, who even gives a damn. But anyway, words are important. So yeah, it's only being developed on PS4, Xbone, and PC. Try assuming Microsoft do it. So it clearly shows with the amount of guys they're going to have on screen. The fact you get to drive a Batmobile is kind of cool.
Yeah, and you play Harley Quinn, I heard.
If you pre-order, you get to play as Harley. I'm not a super fan of the design of the Batmobile. To me, looking at how they designed the Batmobile seems to indicate to me, being a longtime gamer, how the style of the driving and the city is going to be set up. Yeah. Because the first Batmobile they had in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, which you didn't get to drive, was... Actually, no, that wasn't a Batmobile in the city because it was trashed. It was, sleek, quick, fast. This is more Tumblr style. So that means that kind of goes to show me, anyway, that the driving segments are going to be more slow-paced, more, big smashing into things for your turns as opposed to a fast, sleek, quick Batmobile, which, again, would be kind of hard to fit into that type of gameplay. So, I'm like, okay, drive as a Batmobile, fine. Okay, not a big fan of the design. But, having Scarecrow be kind of the main villain looks kind of cool. He's always been kicking around the Arkham games, kind of cool. I like Scarecrow, he's been one of my favorites. And, like I said, the CG movie scene we got was kind of cool with Thomas Wayne's voiceover. Little too Superman-ish for me, the Father to Son thing, a little bit too...
Like the movie?
Yeah, a little bit too Superman reminiscent.
Yeah.
It was okay. Some of the gags about the fast cars and outrageous clothes. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the game. The whole concept of the Arkham Knight, apparently in the article, they say it's actually a new arch rival for Batman that's being created by Geoff Jones.
Oh, yeah?
Specifically for the game. So you know what that means?
No.
It'll be in the books in a few weeks after the game comes out.
I guess that's true, too.
So, kind of interesting. I mean, there's no art for what this guy might look like. There's rumors that Hush might be a part of the game as well. I was a fan of Hush back in the day. Not so much where they took him. But, so, Rocksteady coming back. We can kind of ignore what Arkham Origin was. I never thought I'd be bored playing a Batman video game. But I was bored. I think I got past the first Deathstroke fight, shut down my 800th Riddler satellite, and, like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't care. Yeah. And it felt small. It felt claustrophobic and small compared even to Arkham Asylum, which, you know, was supposed to feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is apparently the end of Rocksteady's trilogy of Arkham games. We'll see how long that lasts. You know, dumb trucks full of money speak louder than words.
True, but then maybe they'll just... DC's got a lot of franchises, and especially coming on TV, maybe they'll just start doing Arrow or something. Right?
Oh my god, Rocksteady doing an Arrow game, Green Arrow game.
There's a lot of stuff
Or what else, maybe have a developer make a Superman game. Let's try that. Yeah. It's been decades.
True.
Let's try it.
True.
Let's try it again. I don't count Superman Returns. That was, again, barely a video game.
The only one I've ever played was the one at the actual arcade game where he's flying around and you could be Superman Red or Blue. And it was like a sort of like a side scroller, but you could like fly up buildings and all sorts of stuff.
The best Superman video game is still Superman on the SNES. I think it was just called Superman, but it took place during the death and reign of Superman.
Oh,
so you could play as like Steel, Superboy, Eradicator,
the
Cyborg.
Worst Superman. Well, aside from Electric Superman.
Yes. Electric Supermen. Both of them were pretty bad.
Yes,
but no, it was a side-scrolling game. It was very much like the Predator side-scrolling game in Batman Returns. It was a fun game, and that's the peak of Superman games. Until the Arkham games, the best Batman game was Batman Returns.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm probably going to be pre-ordering this game.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I don't think I need Arkham Origin. I don't think I need to put my time into it. The detective mode they tried to do, like the whole crime scene analysis, was interesting, but it was baby's first Batman. There wasn't puzzles. It was point your face at this. Oh look, here's the solution. Great. I didn't have to solve anything. I'd rather that aspect now that we've had it both in cutscenes and non-interactive elements and the interactive elements. I'd rather just have it be done for me and just have the character written being a detective as opposed to me having some BS mini game that allows me to CSI my way around. Yeah, because it's hard to do. It was an interesting attempt, but it wasn't the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
So definitely get your pre-orders in. I saw another thing today. Apparently Amazon sold out of their pre-orders of Mario Kart on the Wii U.
Well, that's good. That's a tiny bit of good news.
That's a little. Yeah, Nintendo needs something like this. I don't know if it's partly because holy crap, Mario Kart on the Wii U, awesome, or holy crap, a Wii U game for people to play.
Yeah, most of the Mario Karts have been pretty good though.
Oh yeah, I mean you rarely get anyone that says Mario Kart game.
Yeah, and the cool thing too is it's fun as a multiplayer.
Oh yeah, yeah. So. And, you know, especially with the Wii U having somewhat of an okay online play now, so, I mean, my buddy of mine's got a Wii U, and, you know, outside of the tease and the temp that Titanfall Xbox One set was for me, I want to get a Wii U so I can play Smash and Mario Kart, so. But yeah, it's good little bit of good news for Nintendo.
Yeah. So how about some toy news?
Not a whole lot. That was a good segue. I liked it. That was marvelous. That was marvelously handled. The evening news did that. 15 are dead. About the weather. Not a lot of toy stuff. Everything's still kind of holding pattern style from Toy Fair.
There can't be that much.
Yeah, everyone's got everything out there. But I have a couple of reviews I'm going to be doing soon. A couple of figures I just bought. Don't tell me lies. They're written. I've got them named. I'm editing down my Predator reviews.
All right, cool.
I got the name. It's awesome. You want to hear it? It's gonna be called To Catch a Predator.
That's awesome.
I know.
That is really awesome.
Pretty good.
All right. So what's your toy
I'm
news
a big Marvel Legend fan, so I've been trying to get a couple of the swap out figures for a little while, and been trying to find any news on some of the older swap outs. Back when Hasbro kind of was restarting the Marvel Legends for the second time, they had a Doctor Doom figure, great Doctor Doom figure. It was a reuse from one of their previous sets, but they also had a Future Foundation repaint. So awesome, white Doctor Doom and his white cloak and that, which I loved from the Future Foundation run he was in. They never swapped that figure out for the U.S. markets. And only came out overseas. So, eBay hunting, and I found one for a pretty good price overseas. I'm like, okay. So I picked that up, and I also finally got my Nova Marvel Universe figure.
That's cool.
And holy crap, was this figure worth the wait. It is fantastic. For a 3 3/4 scale figure, probably the best one I have. It's fantastic. It's Richard Rider, Nova Prime. It's amazing. It's such a good figure, so I'm going to have those reviews up soon.
Cool.
Bit of TV and movies.
Yeah, not much.
Not much. Thor 2 came out on the Blu-ray, so I picked that up. Still a good movie. I enjoyed it. Still not as much as I enjoyed the first one, though. I did get a chance to pick up Iron Man 3 now to go with my collection, because I hadn't got it yet, because I had no Blu-ray player at the time.
It at least
still $37.
Well, yeah, it's still fairly new.
No, it's not.
It's a yearish.
Yeah, $37 for a Blu-ray. And Thor 2 was brand new, and it was like $22.
There you go.
Justify that, Blu-ray makers. Not exactly loaded with the bonus features on the Blu-ray. A little disappointed. But, some funny gag reel behind the scenes stuff.
Gotta save it for the second suitcase.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? I don't know what the hell the second one's gonna be in the Phase 2 set. Put it in a Tesseract, that'd be kind of cool. Or put it in, like, the Infinity Gauntlet. Whatever the hell they end up doing for Avengers 3 or whatever. Or Ultron's head, maybe, when Avengers 2 is all said and done. That'd be kind of cool. But they had the All Hail the King short on there. Did you watch that yet?
No. I've just read everybody's reviews on
it. I liked where they took it. It was, one of the two possible options to explain and, calm people down after their ire about Ben Kingsley.
True.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. So, we got that awesome performance. We got the great twists in Iron Man 3, which Marvel did a great job keeping secret. But we do actually have a Ten Rings Mandarin.
Yes.
So, maybe he looks a little like Ben Kingsley because he had mentioned the plastic surgery. Maybe he doesn't. Who cares? So, we do still have a real, possibly alien tech-influenced Mandarin leading the Ten Rings in the Marvel Universe, who now has Trevor Slattery hostage.
Yes.
So, awesome. Let's, maybe not Iron Man 4, maybe use that for 5, or maybe they'll use it for 4 when they reboot with a new actor, because Robert's not signed on for 4, is he?
I don't know.
He's only signed on for 2 more Avengers, I think. Or is it Avengers in 4? I don't know. But, that gives him a great villain to use, because Lord knows Marvel needs another on-the-ground villain.
Well, they have,
Loki.
No.
End of sentence.
If you haven't seen, maybe you missed that little news bit the other day there, Baron Zemo. Strucker? Zemo? Which one was it? Strucker.
Yeah, he's multi-picture, isn't he?
Yep, multi-picture deal. He's in the beginning of Avengers 2, then he drops out, and then he'll be back later in other movies.
Is it World War II, or...
They didn't say.
I wonder if it's that Zemo, or... Baron, or Helmet, I wonder. I like the modern one. I like his costume better.
So... Hard to say.
Like they need more villains. I mean, they kill off the villains too quick, I think, in my opinion. And then they keep reusing Loki too much.
So, well, we'll see what happens.
I liked it. All Hail the King was a funny little movie. I like little comic short. I liked it. I thought it was fun, especially the little cameo at the end. With Sam Rockwell, which I thought was amazing. Justin Hammer from Iron Man 2. I thought that was awesome, having him in the jail. I thought that was great. I could do little stingers at the end of the shorts now. And, second Transformers trailer. Geoff just watched it a few minutes ago.
Should save it.
Nope, we're going to talk about it now.
Because I'm going to talk about the Oscars as well.
Fine, we'll save it.
It's more relevant than your Leonardo DiCaprio snub. It's not a snub.
Not.
It's not a snub.
It's a snub.
It's not a snub.
Snub.
Meryl Streep 18 times snub? That's a snub.
That's almost a joke now. DiCaprio deserves it.
He doesn't deserve it.
He does.
No. Anyways.
First pick of the Flash. Did you see the headshot of Our Flash costume?
I don't care.
Okay.
Although he's got the chin. Got the chin bit. The chin guard.
The chin doesn't actually bug me on the Flash costume.
No, it kind of looks better because it's real life.
It's the giant collar, like the bomb disposal thing. Well, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it in the headshot where the collar's a little high.
Yeah.
So I mean, kind of 52 influence maybe, but I think it looks cool. It looks like a good Flash costume. Full head mask, little gold.
Not bright red either.
It could be the lighting. That's a little crimson-y.
Yeah, it looks maroon.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get the original Flash color scheme from the first Flash
Probably
TV show.
not.
The brightest red possible on a sculpted muscle suit.
Hey, Arrow, you need some help in the dead of night with that villain?
I'm here! I'm here! Look at me! It's the Flash! Yeah, we can tell. Thanks. But that being said, why can he be bright?
I know.
The Flash isn't a grim character.
It tracks bullets, though.
I think his Speed Force does that.
Yeah.
But why does everything have to be grim and gritty? That was the big thing that we had with the Superman reboot.
Yeah,
why does Superman have to be dark and muted and grim?
Yeah,
I mean, Christ's sake, it's Superman! He's supposed to be the beacon, hopeful superhero. Why does he have to be grim and angry and angsty like a friggin' teenager?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's new to his role. Yeah, so? He was still bright and hopeful when he was new to his role earlier. Doesn't fit for modern audience. No, because we've led them to believe that's all they want in a superhero is grim and gritty.
I know, but Marvel's proved that
wrong. Completely wrong.
Because all their heroes are kind of peppy.
Yeah, and colorful and bright.
Yeah.
And, one of them's a talking raccoon.
Which is funny, is because you notice Marvel's that way and DC's going the opposite way.
Because, God forbid, DC should be accused of following instead of trend-setting.
Yeah.
But, you can trend-set in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the Lego movie the other day. Have you seen it yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Will Arnett's Batman, I kid you not, is the best Batman we have had since probably the Batman TV animated Batman from, Justice League and Batman. My favorite Batman is still Michael Keaton. Then Kevin Conroy's Batman, all the Batmans he portrays. Then Will Arnett's Batman is third. It's fantastic. I mean, he's not grim and angsty and pissed all the time. This Batman is what he is, and he's not, flamingly mad at everybody in the entire world. He doesn't talk like a grim gargoyle.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
which is always weird. I never understood that.
Especially when he was alone in Dark Knight Rises, when no one's around him, he still does the Batman voice. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
Why are you being an asshole? Stop it. So, I mean, Batman Superman starts filming in a month, so we should start seeing the tone of the costumes, which usually sets the tone of the piece for the film soon. For the Batman costume. We'll see how far off the mark DC goes again.
What I am wondering is, if you remember the Superman movie.
Which one?
The newest one.
I remember that.
What was it called again? Just Superman?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Jesus.
Jeez, I couldn't remember. Anyways, how that film, the whole
Subtitles
way through,
Space Jesus.
Looked muted. The colors, they always looked kind of grayscale-ish, muted.
Faded
all
down.
The way all the way through.
And the costume set pics, the costume looked brighter.
Yeah, so maybe, will they mute this film as well?
Keep
or will it be more, real life kind of, that's the way I see it.
That's the they've proven that you can punch up a color scheme, 4-panel color, 4 color panels. That's kind of where this whole concept came from. Look at Thor.
Yeah, or Avengers.
Yeah, literally rainbow-colored space Vikings. Yeah. And they made buckets of Thor's cape is the brightest red thing in the entire film. Yeah. Yet Superman looks like a tablecloth that's been turned down to dark crimson. Why? Why can you not just don't be ashamed of where you're getting your source from? Zack Snyder had an interview going on about how we're not going to necessarily be slaves to comic book stories and continuity with these movies. Oh, okay. So you're just going to take the name and just go wherever you want.
Yep, do whatever you please.
Awesome. Because, that's worked out really well, Catwoman. Yeah. Just saying, DC. Yeah. Why not just take inspiration from these 80 years of character stories you've got, just sitting there doing nothing? Come on!
They're doing TV shows, that's what they're doing. TV shows.
You know what? Honest to God, at this point, I'm more hyped for DC's TV shows than I am their movies.
Yeah. So.
How sad is that? Yet it's the exact opposite for Marvel.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Like, you know, call me a loser if you want, guy who plays Coulson. I'm just not having a good time watching S.H.I.E.L.D. lately.
I haven't watched it since the second episode. And I don't regret it.
No, you bailed and never looked back.
Nah, don't care.
Did you more Zack Snyder stuff? Did you read the interview that no.
No.
Joel Silver? No, who was gonna make that original Watchmen movie?
Oh, I have no idea.
The guy that was gonna do it gave a comment about it, how Zack Snyder and his team were too much slaves to the source material, and you know, did a poor job. His ending was gonna have Dr. Manhattan going back in time to prevent his own creation, and then would have turned the characters into their comic book versions.
Sure.
Like, not existing at all. And then Zack Snyder's like, really? I made my movie to save the world from this version. Are you insane?
Yeah.
People would have rioted if you had made that. Like, people lost their mind with no Squid. Can you imagine Dr. Manhattan time traveling to prevent his own creation? What that would have done to the community of fans?
Hard to say.
They would have lost it.
It was never realized, so you can't really positively say what would have happened. So.
That concept alone makes no sense.
Yeah, whatever. It's Watchmen.
I know you hate Watchmen, but I still think it's one of my favorite comic book movies.
It's not that I hate it, I just dislike it greatly.
So it's below hate, above dislike. Okay. It's in that gray area.
So, off comic movies, did you see the Oscars on Sunday?
I watched bits and pieces of it, saw some highlights.
Okay, so it wasn't really like... It was kind of boring, actually, this year.
I read Ellen DeGeneres did a good
yeah, her intro was funny.
Yeah. I approve of deadpan comedy, so...
Yeah.
I think it was a palate cleanser.
Musical performances...
I heard Pink did a train wreck job on All Over the Rainbow.
Yeah. Well, see, and everyone is praising her online on all the entertainment sites. But they're like, yeah, she got a standing ovation. But everybody got a standing ovation.
It's a self-congratulatory environment. You're not going to have anyone just sit there and go...
So just because they stood up doesn't mean she was good.
No.
You know how she was... How you could tell she was not good? The look on Liza's face at the end of it. Her Judy Garland's daughter.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
Approve.
Yeah, Liza was angry. Maybe she was angry for being shut out of the selfie.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah. Pink is a good singer. That's a hard song to do that well.
They should have got a Broadway person to sing it, because it was a Broadway song.
Only they had a Broadway singer there who could have done the song as well.
Strange.
Oh, wait! They did.
Strange. Speaking of Broadway people, how about Adele Dazeem?
I love her. I loved her in Wicked.
Yeah, wasn't that great? Good John Travolta, yeah. So today he issued an apology, only because he felt bad, but then he's like, well, what would Adina do? She would let it go, he said. So he's just going to let it go. I thought that was actually kind of humorous.
Wow.
But he's been thinking about it, probably because everybody is making fun of him and lambasting him. There's even a Travoltify Your name generator, of which you heard in the intro today. Garry is Gemma, and I am Grace.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty hilarious. I don't know how we turned into ladies, though, but whatever.
I like to be fancy every once in a while.
Pretty funny. Wrong. It's pretty funny. We'll post the link to the generator down below in the comment section of the video. So
I highly recommend checking it out.
You can plug your own name in, because it's hilarious. Yeah. But
Battlefield Earth, and now this. John Travolta just keeps on giving to this world.
Right. That's right. He's a giver, Garry. Yeah. He's a giver. You were a little peeved that what's his name, DiCaprio didn't get the Best Actor Oscar.
I'm a little peeved.
I think it was deserved for McConaughey.
I'm apparently not allowed to say why I think he shouldn't have got it and why McConaughey got it.
Well, you think Wolf of Wall Street was a better movie?
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's one of Scorsese's best. I think it's probably one of the best performances DiCaprio's ever given.
I agree on those 2 points. I actually think it was one of Scorsese's better movies in a long time.
Like, I've actually watched that movie like 3 times. Yeah. It's just a fun movie to watch. It's a fun movie to watch, and it's got a great story to it. Great evolution of some characters.
It's a true story.
Yeah. Well, quote unquote. I mean, let's be honest.
Fairly true.
Yeah.
No, the book it was based upon, that author's daughter came forward and said, I don't appreciate people, making fun of this or satirizing or whatever, because it happened, it's real, it hurt my family, etc., etc., etc. So, I mean, it was true to. I mean, of course, they exaggerated. And stuff, but
I think I think one of the reasons, the Oscar loves those certain types of films.
Mm-hmm.
This one goes against that grain because it's about bad people doing bad things.
Yes.
And let's be honest, they pretty much get away with it.
Yeah.
From, a personal level, internally, they get some bad times come their way, but they never really get their comeuppance.
Yeah.
Belfort, he's in jail.
Yeah.
But it's, nicer than some places I've vacationed in my life.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's not really comeuppance, and the character is, slimy, but he's such a great character.
Yeah. Great
physical comedy that DiCaprio did in the movie, and I am a sucker for fourth wall breaking main characters. I really am. Zach Morris, Ferris Bueller.
I don't like fourth wall
Francis
breaking.
Underwood. I love it when it's done properly, and I love it. I absolutely adore it. When it's done sparingly, and it's great to have that kind of connection with a character in a movie.
If it was a simple look, one look in the whole movie, maybe.
To me, that's cheesy. That's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air cheesy.
That
to me,
still,
fourth wall
I don't like it
work
when they
there.
talk to the audience. I hate that.
Watch House of Cards.
Yeah.
With the way Francis Underwood does his fourth wall stuff, talk to the audience, is great because you feel like you're in a conversation and he's addressing what's going on in his life, and you're hearing. It's a way of doing internal monologuing without having voiceover, and I love it. The way that DiCaprio and Scorsese did the fourth wall, talk to the camera stuff in Wolf, fantastic. And I feel
it was alright.
I feel DiCaprio got ripped.
Again,
Giving it to Jared
Dallas
Leto.
Buyers Club, again, that was a true story, same as Wolf of Wall Street, and but this was more.
It was the
hard case story.
It was the content of the movie that got the actors
but
their
McConaughey
Oscars.
did go all out for that role.
So did DiCaprio. As soon as I saw that Leto had won supporting, I was hoping Jonah Hill would get supporting.
I was actually hoping that too.
Yeah, as soon as Leto got supporting, I'm like, DiCaprio's got it. They're not going to give supporting and best to the same movie. Nope.
No, they do sometimes.
That's a rare thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is rare. I mean, it's more common for Best Director and Best Movie to get paired up.
Yeah.
This year it didn't happen. I'm glad Alfonso got Gravity Best Director.
Yeah.
I swear to God he won that for the tracking shot at the beginning of the movie. I don't know if there's any other director in Hollywood that could do that type of shot.
So anyways, it wasn't too much of an upset. I don't think there really was any real upsets during that.
I think the only things up in the air were probably director and movie.
Yeah, but movie even you kind of knew it was going to 12 years, and director, hard to say. I could have. I wouldn't have been disappointed if Scorsese got it. I wouldn't have been disappointed.
Oh, definitely, I would have been happy.
But I don't know.
I don't like how they keep cutting the songs short in the Oscars when they do the singing.
Yeah.
And I also couldn't find a clip of Menzel singing "Let It Go." It took me a while to find one.
Oh,
and it was chopped to pieces. I'm like,
it was up the next day.
I couldn't find a good one.
I've got two actually downloaded right now. So.
I love her voice. Fantastic singing voice. She's got a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to hear her sing the song live on stage. It's not like an 8-minute song.
Yeah.
I don't think I need 12 minutes of speeches. Give me Idina Menzel singing the song.
On the other hand, you can watch the Jimmy Fallon clip of her singing that song.
Okay.
The one where they, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
No.
Heard of it? Okay. Sometimes when he does those show openers with all the kids' toys, that's what they did. So it's him with the little thing and all the roots. They're all playing the little whatever, and then they're singing "Let It Go." That was way better.
Is Menzel singing it?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, she was
Show
the guest.
Stop recording.
That thing went viral immediately.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think she's amazing. She's got a great voice. I would love them to do a Wicked revival on stage with her and Chenoweth.
Well, Wicked's still going.
Well, yeah. So. I want to see some anniversary version of them. I would pay anything, drive as many hours I need to get down to New York to see that show. I've seen Wicked twice on stage, and it's, I haven't seen a lot of Broadway shows in my life, but that's my favorite.
Out of the 5 or 2.
Joseph. Wicked. Out of the 2.
Yeah,
out of the 2. It's still a fair comment.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of shows. So.
I got gypped in my last year of grade 8, though. Every other class before me, Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I was, 2 years leading up to this. I'm like, going to see Phantom in grade 8. Going to see Phantom in grade 8. The teacher was pissed that she had seen Phantom so much. And, what if we do something different? Who wants to go see Joseph? No, 4 people put their hand up. He's like, all right, we're going to see Joseph. Whoa, no, what?
Yeah.
So, missed out on that. Yeah.
So, got a little bit of music news, too. Just 2 items. We mentioned it last week, maybe? I don't know.
Coldplay?
Yeah, the Coldplay thing. There actually is an album coming out. It's called Magic. Yeah. It's only 9 songs, which is a rip-off, I think. If you're going to put out a...
Full price, though, I assume. They're at least charging...
of course it's full price.
Yeah, of course
you can't have an album that's not full price. Yeah. Even if you put out a physical CD still, which not a lot of people do anymore, but still a physical CD is 80 minutes long. 9 songs does not even come close to 80 minutes unless they're 10 minutes each. At least.
This isn't Tool we're talking about here. I'm not jamming it. I don't see Coldplay doing 12-minute opus songs.
So 9 songs, that's an insult right off the hop, I think.
Is this track they pre-release one of them, or is it one of the 9?
It's one of the 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So last week, actually, the song we talked about was Midnight, which is weird. Mm-hmm. This week, they released the album details plus the lead track, Magic, which is... which is a million times...
that one!
Which is a million times better. And then, second bit of news I noticed, which was kind of interesting, because Foo Fighters have a new album coming out. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not. I've actually come around to being a fan of the Foo Fighters in the last couple of years.
A fan of? You never were before?
No. I did not give 2 damns about Nirvana growing up, and I always just saw the Foo Fighters as the drummer's next band.
Which was, I think, far superior.
Oh, God, yes.
So.
From every conceivable standpoint.
Yeah.
So I started listening to them, oh, okay, these guys are actually really good.
Yeah. I think that's later this year at some point, but right now, they're doing a side project band thing led by the drummer Taylor Hawkins, whom I don't really care for, called The Birds of Satan. That is their new band name. And it does actually feature Dave Grohl on the album and everything. So I don't know, it might be okay.
The Birds of Satan sounds like the name of the art piece that someone would paint on the side of their van.
Yeah. Or it might be not okay.
Yeah. I'm always worried about side project bands.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what that's going to be like.
End of the year style for their new album?
Don't know.
Or?
Don't know yet. Plus a tour, of course. So
maybe they'll hit our hometown. I won't mind seeing a Fruit show.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't mind either. So you got to come on for us today, Gary?
More than meets the eye. God, I wish we could have some Transformers movies, don't you, Geoff?
I think we've used that line many times before.
I know. I don't care. It's still fitting. So, new Transformers movie coming out, or new movie featuring giant robots that transform into various vehicles.
Yeah, I don't know if we could call them Transformers.
Yeah,
they're not really Transformers.
They're barely movies, let alone barely Transformers movies.
I know.
But first posters dropped for it, and who do we get for our first character on the Transformers poster? The legendary Autobot, Marky Mark.
Hey, he's transformed himself from pop icon to serious movie actor. Transformer.
Replace serious movie with an actor, and you've got it right.
Hey, man.
Did you see The Happening?
Yes. Cinematic gold.
That movie was trash up and down.
Okay, so you pick one movie he's done 10 years ago. Come on.
It was 3 years
Come
ago.
on! It was more than 3 years ago.
Shut up! Don't take my line! So, the poster has Marky Mark there holding a Cybertronian weapon, which is clearly human-sized. Which I don't understand.
Yeah, it's for the little cassette guys.
Oh, it's for the microcons, is that it?
Yeah.
It's for the cassettes and the microcons? Alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what a great poster to debut for the movie, a human character. That shows you.
Makes it relatable, Gary. Relatable.
They're relatable. They have personalities.
True.
So, like, that shows you one of the...
lips.
And lips. And balls.
Yeah.
That shows you the problem that's always been with these Transformers movies, other than Michael Bay, but Michael Bay is the root of it. The whole concept that we need humans to be trumped and pushed in this movie than the Transformers.
Yeah.
And a new trailer dropped as well. I do not give a damn about a single frame in the entire trailer. There's nothing in that movie trailer that makes me want to go, huh!
The part that really stands out for me still, that I remember since watching it this morning, is when
it's easily forgettable.
When he slashes Grimlock there, and he's like,
him.
He does that weird Tarzan yell with his fake-looking mouth and everything.
Yeah.
And the way his color scheme, too, he's like mostly silver or something.
They did the redesign on him.
He looks
bad.
terrible.
The beginning of the trailer, and apparently at least one point in the movie, he is the stub-nosed trailer from the original comic look and cartoon look.
Yeah.
Which, we always got told we can't have him look like that.
And there it is.
And there it is. Michael Bay has lied to us over and over again. Oh, we can't have him look like that because we don't want size-changing questions of logic to occur. Really? Really?
I know.
Really? So, we've got Optimus Prime being bought by Marky Mark, dragged into his barn in Texas, and apparently Marky Mark is an inventor for some reason.
No, I don't think. Maybe he's just a fix-it-up
guy. No, he's an inventor. And he says, I have to invent something that'll make this family some money. Awesome.
Oh, that's right.
Great.
That's right.
So Optimus Prime apparently went from his one-armed form after the end of the third movie.
Yeah.
Reformatted himself, which they've never mentioned them being able to do, ever.
But then somehow got himself junked in the process.
And shot to hell.
Yeah.
Repainted. Faded down into a junk-looking truck. Yeah. And now, knowing full well that there are people looking for Transformers because they've had enough of their shit going on Earth, lets himself get bought and towed by Mark Wahlberg. And then Mark
He's out of commission. That's why he doesn't.
But then later he manages to transform and fight the bad guys that are coming after him. Which Marky Mark somehow jumpstarts a Cybertronian robot with a car battery from Sears somehow.
Yeah, it's those energy bricks. What were they called again?
He did. So he invents energon cubes.
That's right, energon cubes.
Oh my god, that might actually be it. Oh god. But holy crap, the movie looks so stupid. And like Grimlock in a physical fight would crush Prime. I don't care what.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty even.
No.
I think it'd be pretty even.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
So yeah, bitch smacks him with the back of his shield and sends Grimlock tumbling to the ground. So stupid. And by the way, if we're talking about size changing, a transport truck, a Peterbilt transport truck, is a fairly large thing.
Yes.
You know what else is a larger thing? A T-Rex.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yet Prime is like the same size as him. So this whole thing is going out of the left field. So Michael Bay is a liar. So the whole movie looks stupid. The only thing, me and my girlfriend have a plan. She likes Kelsey Grammer, who for some reason is playing the bad guy in the movie. I like Stanley Tucci. I believe he can do well in anything.
Don't name drop the bar. You're just going to a bar.
We're going to a bar or restaurant that serves a lot of beer nearby to the theater. We're going to get drunk, go see this movie, and then get ice cream. That's our plan, and it's going to be fantastic.
And probably puke on all the little children there.
They deserve it. No, it's not their fault. It's the parents who take them.
That's true.
And also, like, the D-bags who are going to be there saying, like, oh, these guys are awesome.
Yeah,
I love Michael Bay.
But you know what? Those D-bags are gonna be the ones that have grown up now on the Michael Bay Transformers movies. They don't know any different.
And they're gonna be wearing like their Michael Bay Optimus Prime logo shirts and everything, and it's gonna be great. I hate those people. The biggest thing, no matter what Michael Bay does in the rest of his career, I will never forgive him for being a bad filmmaker for the first Transformers movie when they had Optimus Prime's classic line from even the cartoon movie where he said, like, one shall stand, one shall fall. Yeah. Instead of, it's basic filmmaking. God damn it. Basic filmmaking that for poignant lines like that, you put the character on screen that would say them. True. No, Michael Bay had Shia LaBeouf running through a ditch. And I think I've said that before on the show. That's just terrible. Like, can you imagine Humphrey Bogart delivering Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn? And they cut to, like, a mouse running through the house there in Gone with the Wind. Like,
wow, you totally messed up that reference. First,
it's Casablanca. Sorry,
Humphrey Bogart was in Casablanca.
Sorry.
Yes, standing at a plane, as she whatever.
Exactly. Nowhere near where the scene's taking place. So there's like.
And what was the line? You said, "Frankly, my dear."
I'm mixing movies. I'm angry.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind was with.
Whatever. Shut up. Come on.
Not Humphrey Bogart.
Come on, shut up.
It's Clark Gable.
Whatever. Same guy.
Oh yeah, same guy. Come on.
It's classic lines cutting away from the character. What would be another one?
Oh, who knows? E.T. Phone Home. There you go. Here's a classic line.
Sure, whatever. But
E.T.
Cut this out. This is not going in the show.
This is going in.
Shut up.
Gary's going in.
So yeah, Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Terrible.
We don't need a fourth one. We didn't need a second one after the train wreck.
Why don't they just shelve this movie? They should just shelve it.
They should just not even put it out.
That's right. Just shelve it.
Yeah.
Recycle Marky Mark's role and put it in a different film.
It feels like he's in a different movie than the Transformers.
They should package it as a GoBots film. Because he looks more like Leader 1 in this movie than he does Optimus Prime.
That'd be so good! Yeah, the end tag scene is like the Rock Lords show up, and then we have the next one, GoBots versus Rock Lords.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
Done. Make it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, screw you, Michael Bay.
Yeah, he's a pretty terrible person.
My anger was clouding my movie reference memory. Clark Gable, Bogart, Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, same movie.
No, I'm afraid not.
Wow, my fingerprints have already smudged my cover of Moon Knight. Nice paper stock, Marvel.
That's the self covers.
$3.99. Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for that.
Yeah, mine is still flawless.
Yeah, trade.
Nope. Yeah, pretty good show today, I must say.
I think we're done here.
Not a lot of content, but well, actually, there was a lot of content in the end.
Way to put the show down.
There actually did end up being a lot of content. We didn't have like a lot of news per se, but it was quality, as usual. Quality news. That's what you get.
That's what we are.
That's right.
Quality news from quality people.
So next week, hopefully we'll do more than one book, but Moon Knight deserved a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I'll probably be back with another new trade review. I just bought Satellite Sam, Volume 1, so maybe I'll do that one. What else did I buy? Walking Dead, and Quantum Woody Volume 2, and the Muppets Omnibus. So, quite a few purchases this week. I will not be reading the Muppets Omnibus, though. Just that's a lot.
Yeah. Jane will.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Next week, so yeah, same goodness, more video games, maybe a little Wii talk about their
whatever the hell's going on with Nintendo.
Their shake-ups.
I'll probably have a review of South Park, Stick of Truth.
Oh, yes.
Gonna dump some time into that since my birthday's coming up, and I'll have some time to be hungover and play some video games.
Yeah. So check us out on Facebook. Yeah, the Pendulum on Facebook. Check us out on our respective blogs. The Wagnerok, WordPress.com.
He's going to have some reviews coming up soon.
He's going to have some reviews.
Editing some titles down.
He's only been promising them for, like, I don't know, 6 months.
I'm a busy guy, Geoff.
Busy guy. Just as busy as me.
Busy beavers.
Just as busy. And I'm on the TelltaleMind.com. You can find us on Twitters. The Wagnerok for Garry. Telltale Mind for me. And, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Always good stuff on there. Always. Constantly. Always.
Right, Jane? Rock on.
That's right.
Our silent co-host.
That's right. That's it!